Well, greetings everyone, and on today's episode, we're going to be discussing, in my opinion, one of the most underrated actors ever to play James Bond, that you didn't realise actually did play James Bond. You want to find out who I'm talking about? Let's start the video. So, when we think about actors who have played James Bond, we generally think of these people: Sean Connery, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig. And if you want to stretch it further, let's just say as well, you've got Barry Nelson as well in there, and you've probably also got Sir David Niven. Those are the actors we probably think about when we talk about who has played James Bond. But there's one actor who also has played James Bond I think is right up there with them, and that is Toby Stevens. Now, when we think about Toby Stevens, I think it's very fair to say and obvious that the first thing we go to is Die Another Day, where he portrayed the villain Gustav Graves. Now, a lot of people may be not a fan of his villain in general, Die Another Day, but I've always loved Toby Stevens. I think he's an amazing actor. I've loved him in shows like Lost in Space, I've loved him in Black Sails, I've loved him in the film 12th Night when he was even younger. Anytime Toby Stevens has appeared on something, it's just elevated, in my opinion, the material, and he's just one of those actors I will probably watch the project just because I know he's in it. But following on from the point here of this video, many of you may not know if he actually has played James Bond multiple times, like over a span of many years as well. Toby Stevens has played James Bond a variety of times in multiple audio dramas. In a collection of these by the BBC, Toby Stevens has stepped into the shoes of Ian Fleming's legendary spy, bringing new adventures to life purely through his vocal performance. I certainly remember when these audio dramas were starting to appear on BBC Radio 4 when I was a bit younger, and I used to listen to all of them, and he did, in my opinion, an incredible job. Toby Stevens, it's not just the fact that he could have been a great James Bond, the fact of the matter is he was a great James Bond. You only have to listen to these audio dramas of these certain Ian Fleming books to get a taste of how he would have played the character, and he did it so exceptionally well. It's really, to me, quite annoying that these audio dramas aren't very well known, and people aren't really re-listening to them. And they're very easy to find, by the way. So if you wanted to listen to these audio dramas now, literally right now, you could just pop on YouTube, type in Toby Stevens James Bond, and there is a whole playlist of these amazing BBC audio dramas. There's stuff like Diamonds Are Forever, Moonraker, there's Goldfinger, Thunderball, there's On Her Majesty's Secret Service, all of them absolutely fantastic to listen to. They're just great. One of my absolute favourites, I'm going to say right now, is Dr. No.
The label on the bottle said it was poison, was mortal if it hit an artery. It's reached my knee. Oh God. I must move.
I think the audio drama version of Dr. No is absolutely fantastic. It's also got one of my favourite actors, David Suchet, playing the role of Dr. Julius No. It's done so incredible, and a great one to start you off, because I really want to recommend so highly to listen to these because they are just so good. There was one interview where Toby Stevens was discussing playing James Bond in these audio dramas, saying, "It's a challenge, but it's also incredibly rewarding. You have to use your voice to paint the entire picture, to embody Bond's presence in every single line." And also, on that note, the amount of people also that appear in these audio dramas is amazing. Let me give you some examples. You've got Peter Capaldi once played the Quartermaster, the Armourer Q in Dr. No. You had Sir Ian McKellen play Auric Goldfinger, which was incredible.
Catch up, Mr. Bond. I have a saying in Chicago: once is happenstance, twice is coincidence, third time it's enemy action. I propose to wring the truth out of you. Our job, the pressure room.
With Alfred Molina playing Ernst Stavro Blofeld. You had Rosamund Pike playing Pussy Galore as well. There is so many great actors and Bond alumni in these audio dramas. It's incredible. So really on to my next point, why haven't these audio dramas been more well known about? Well, I think it's fair to say audio dramas aren't really for everyone. That's a fair fact, and I put a hand up, but I think these are very much worth listening to any James Bond fan out there, because what it does, it gives you a real look at what potentially Toby Stevens would have been like as James Bond. It also, I feel as well, gives another new way to bring those great Ian Fleming stories to life in a whole new way. I mentioned earlier to say I love Dr. No, but you've also definitely got to listen to the Goldfinger audio drama, which is terrific. I think the Diamonds Are Forever audio drama really makes that story the best it has been, really, literally, period, and that even includes the Sean Connery movie. These are great parts of the James Bond merchandise, the great James Bond fandom that we have here, and I feel that I'd really love to put a spotlight on them and talk more about them with you, because I'd hope more people will go and listen to them. So next time you think about James Bond, please consider as well that Toby Stevens' performance as James Bond, certainly in these audio dramas, a real hidden gem in the world of James Bond. And that's it, everyone. If you have liked this video, do give us a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. We really would appreciate it. And if you want to listen to this episode on the go, whether you're being at the gym or in the car, commuting to and back from work, you can listen to this on the James Bond Geek podcast here, the Bond Geek podcast, available on Spotify, available on Amazon, available on iTunes, on YouTube Music. It's all there. You can listen to it again and again. As always, everyone, my name's Toby Stevens and I'm the Bond Geek, giving praise for one of the great actors to play James Bond, Toby Stevens. Goodbye.